One of my Ad Engine 101 clients made over $50,000 in a single week with his e-commerce brand after I fixed this one thing in his Facebook ads. And in today's video, I'll show you exactly what that one thing was so that you can implement it right now inside of your own ad account. Now, if you're new to the channel, you don't yet know who I am. And my name is Justin Lalonde, and I'm the founder at paidadvertising.com, where on the one hand, we help businesses implement a scalable ad engine, and on the other, we grow e-com and info businesses to multi-seven figures with paid ads. With that being said, we've profitably spent and advised on over $15 million in meta ad spend in the last 12 months alone, and let's get straight into today's video. So, as I've said it at the start, this student of ours made over $50K in a week after I fixed this one thing in his Facebook ad process. So, this is a multi-part stories, and let's just start with that. So, it started off a couple of days before this big win. Client sent us essentially this Shopify award he just got. So he finally got the 10,000 orders award right here with his e-com brand. But it's not the win for today's video. The win is this one right here, which he was like, hey, by the way, I found a new problem where winning ad. It's taking more spend than the other ad with 6-figure spend behind it. So the core problem with this guy was that he joined our Ad Engine 101 consulting program a couple of months ago after finding like one main new winning ad that really skyrocketed his business and took him to a whole new level. But this one winning ad was like the only true winner he's had. Like, it was still spending a significant amount of money, and he had yet to find something else to replace this ad. And that was right up until May 21st right here, as you can see. So if we zoom in a little bit on that screenshot, you can see that from May 15th to May 21st, he did about $47,000 in sell for $22,000 in ad spend at a 2.1 blended ROAS, COGS of about 9 grand. So he was left with a almost 13K profits, 7-day window right here, which is definitely not too shabby right here for this guy. So right here, I asked him, what changed that? And this is where he linked back to the one-on-one call that we had together. He was like, hey, well, the desire was still his winning desire, but he was like, I made sure the B-roll aligned with the awareness level exactly like we discussed. And so this is the nugget that I want to share with you in today's video. A lot of our clients, but also people that have been watching the channel, understand what awareness levels are. Now, if you don't yet, very quick introduction to the concept. You have 5 marketing awareness levels, okay? So those awareness levels simply are where the prospect thinks of their own desire. So going back from the desire of our client right here, I want to erase wrinkles and fine lines. So people go from unaware all the way to most aware. A most aware person would say, I know I want to erase wrinkles and fine lines. I know I have this problem. I know of solutions to this. So I could get Botox. I could get like all these other things. Now, I also know of this specific product right here, which I'm not going to name. I also know of this specific company's name right here. And all I've been now waiting for is a good reason to buy. Now, someone who's unaware is actually someone who don't yet know they have wrinkles or fine lines or that they should even fix it. Okay. So now, in this case right here, as we kind of go back right there, it's a problem we're at, which what that means, this is somebody who's like, man, I've got wrinkles, I've got fine lines, but I don't know what to do to fix this, okay? And on the one-on-one call that I had with this client right here, something very clear came to me. And so I want to show you this example right here, okay? Now, I took the screenshot from a UGC that we made for one of our clients, so you can just disregard the text on screen that I have right here, but check this one out, okay? Now, if I have a shot in the background like this of, let's say, the product being applied to somebody's skin, okay? And now the headline I would have that would replace this, let's say on screen, which is aligned with my client's desire, which is of reducing fine lines and wrinkles, is, let's say, I've been struggling to get rid of my fine lines and wrinkles until I found this, okay? This is a problem-aware hook, meaning the person that reads this hook and actually gets like hooked by this sentence is somebody who's been struggling with this problem, but doesn't yet know of a solution. And this is kind of the gap that we're creating in the hook right here, which is until I found this, which is a solution in itself. So this person has been looking for solutions, or at least they know they have a problem and they don't yet know of a solution to it, okay? But there is a mismatch. And this is one of the most common mistakes I see amongst a lot of our ad accounts, both from clients to students, which is this, okay? It's you have the right messaging. You are indeed writing a problem aware hook. Okay, nothing is wrong with this hook in the sense it is indeed problem aware and it is indeed aligned with the desire that you have. So messaging wise, A1, you're doing a great job, nothing to be done right here. But the footage that accompanies this hook is wrong. And so this is an example, like the footage you see in the background. And the reason why I chose it is because this is a product application or a product demonstration or a product introduction. So in other words, you're giving me a problem-aware hook with a product-focused piece of footage. And so keep in mind that 70% or so of users on Meta, or same thing for TikTok for that matter, as soon as they open the app, sound is off. So usually, especially more so Meta and Instagram, since a lot of people can consume the content on those apps without the sound on, they don't hear what you're saying. So it's even worse if you're not even seeing this, let's say, on screen, and all you're seeing is like footage, which I also have a lot of clients do that at times where like, this is what's being said out loud, and it's not like even written right here. You just see the footage of somebody like applying the product, as you can see here in the background. It's like, they see a product being applied, which has no connection to their own awareness level right now, which is they just know they have a problem, but they don't see how the product can fix that. So that essentially what I'm calling out is like a miscongruence between the awareness level of the messaging of the script or what is being said verbally and what is being shown as footage on screen. Now, to give you an example of what that looks like when it's done right, well, this is again just a very rough example that I generated with Ideogram right here as an AI image. But I was like, what if you showed a shot right at the start of someone here and you had the same headline, right? Like if I duplicate that right here as an example, and it's like, I've been struggling to get rid of my fine lines and wrinkles until I found this. All I'm seeing at the start is somebody who essentially have like smooth skin, and then here has essentially all these wrinkles and fine lines. And so it's like, this is perfectly aligned with what I'm saying. The person watching that is probably going to recognize themselves and be like, man, yeah, I do look old and I wish I looked younger. Okay, that's it, which is literally exactly what is being said in the hook. So all we did with this client right here is helped him kind of switch this thinking process or perspective when it came to creating this ad content. It was like, yes, you've nailed the messaging, but you also have to nail the video assets that accompany the message. And so if you have been struggling with results and you're not yet pulling in those 50K weeks or more, is really look into, is the footage I use in my UGC or video ads congruent with the messaging that I'm trying to share with my audience? Wrapping up the point right here is, this guy had been struggling to find a new problem-aware winning ad, okay? Or at least a problem-aware winning ad at all. And all we did was like, look through his content, realize that most of his ads were actually product-aware ad in terms of content. It was all like product demos. Like the ad would start with like showcasing the product like this. Then it was like, oh, well, here's me using the product. I'm making calls. I'm talking to people, blah, blah, blah. I'm texting. And the script or voiceover was like, hey, have you ever struggled with fine lines and wrinkles? Well, I now have discovered a new solution and helped me reduce those fine lines and wrinkles, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it has nothing to do with what is being shown on screen, okay? There's a clear disconnect essentially where you were speaking to the person versus what they were seeing on screen. And so if you made it all the way through this video and you want to work with a paid ads partner on Meta, Google, or TikTok, check out the first link in the description down below to book in a call with myself and the team at paidadvertising.com today. And with that said, if you instead want to work one-on-one with me, just like this guy right here, and have access to all of my advertising systems, have me review your ads, funnels, offers, name it, check out the second link in the description down below to join our Ad Engine 101 Inner Circle. On that note, I'm going to wish you an amazing day. Check out other videos on the channel for some more useful e-commerce and info product marketing tips, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Peace.